So, yep. You already know what it is. Southpaw Talk with Southpaw Slick. And as you can see, I'm back in my neck of the woods. I'm next door today. But today's video is going to be based on a question I got from one of my female Instagram followers over the weekend. And it was a question I kind of had a feeling was going to pop up eventually. And if you guys are unaware, the question that she asked me was, what do you think about this ice cream date situation? When I said, if you guys weren't unaware, there has been a post, a screenshot that has been going all over social media about a guy inboxing a woman on Tinder, asking her out on an ice cream date. You know, basically saying, the weather's been kind of hot and I was wondering if you wanted to go out for ice cream, for this kind of weather. And basically the woman responds and says that I'm 26 years old. I'm a grown ass woman. Like, what do I look like going on an ice cream date? Oh, that's kind of like low effort to me. And I will link an article from Today News. Today News actually covered this. I will put that link in the description. And of course, everybody's going back and forth. Matter of fact, that same article I just brought up, they have a few examples or tweets from both men and women. Or was it comments on Reddit? I think it was a combination of both, Twitter and Reddit. But anyway, what do I think about this ice cream date situation? Once again, like I did a few months back, or maybe a month back, I did a video about women putting a price on dating. This is kind of like that all over again. Once again, expecting the royal treatment right away. The way I look at it is, women should just be glad that a man is even asking them out on a date in this day and age. No Netflix and chill, no can I come through, none of that. He's actually asking you out on a legitimate date. Now my thoughts on it overall, I see nothing wrong with it on both sides. For the man, asking a woman out to an ice cream date as the first date is just a way to get to know each other without going all out and not getting anything out of it. What's the point of taking a woman out on an expensive date so she can get a free meal and dip on you the next time? What's the point of that? You wasted your money and you wasted your time. At least with the ice cream date, you're just wasting your time because there's not that much money involved, which is what a lot of women are complaining about. Basically saying I'm worth more than an ice cream date or a coffee date, because that's one that a lot of people brought up as well. That, if a man is really into me, he's going to spend, an absurd amount of money right away, which is something I don't agree with. However, like I said, for the woman, I'm not going to knock her for having higher standards, right? I'm saying every man and woman is entitled to a specific person that they want. Everybody has their own standards and requirements, and that's perfectly fine. But still, I don't think she should have X'd them out right away. I said an ice cream date is something that's inexpensive, but that's the thing. A date shouldn't be based on how much a man spends. It should be based on spending time with one another and getting to know one another. That's what an ice cream date is supposed to represent. And I'm glad that that article brought that up near the end. When they talked about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, their very first date was at Baskin-Robbins. And you see that ended up benefiting her in the long run, right? She got a quote unquote high value man in the process. So it worked in her favor. What makes you think that that can't happen to you as well? I'm talking about the women. I'm saying just because a man takes you out on an ice cream date doesn't make him look at you as less than. The way I'm starting to see it with men asking women out on ice cream or coffee dates is just to feel them out first before they take them on an extravagant date, which more than likely will be the case. I'm saying just because a man wants to take you out on an ice cream date right away doesn't mean he's being cheap. He's just playing it safe. And it could also be a shit test too, just to make sure that you're not using him just for his money and resources. Like, I'm supposed to take you out to fucking Steak 48, Papa Doors, Roof Chris. Those are my favorite restaurants to bring up because those are the main three most people bring up when they talk about expensive dates. I'm supposed to take you out to one of those restaurants right away. Like I said, me, myself, once again, the dinner date thing is not really my thing. I like to do something more interactive. I have no problem taking a woman out on a dinner date if that's something we agreed upon, but that's not an ideal date to me because usually it ends up being a fucking interview, an expensive ass interview at that. And a good bit of the time, it doesn't go anywhere past that, so it's like, whatever. And once again, people are going to bring out their representative on the first date. They're going to tell you what you want to hear. They're going to show you what you want to see. Now, when it comes to something more interactive like pool, miniature golf, rock climbing, axe throwing, laser tag, any of that shit, there's more interactivity. I'm saying you can learn more through somebody's actions more so than their words. And that's why I like those dates. On top of the fact, it's just fun. It's more fun instead of sitting down, eating, and asking the same old damn questions over and over again. That's what it ends up feeling like. Like I said, but an ice cream date, I'll see nothing wrong with it. Now, I'll say the majority of the women that responded to all of these posts, they're fine with an ice cream date if the relationship is already established. Like if I go on an ice cream date with my boyfriend or with my husband, that's perfectly fine. But going on an ice cream date, as the first date, that's very low vibrational. It's very low effort. The guy is cheap. Oh, he doesn't look at me like I'm worthy of, something better. And to be fair, a good bit of women out here make a lot of other women look bad. And that's why some men do look at it that way. Yeah, you're not worth no fucking 4 or 5-star restaurant. At least not right away. I got to make sure you're worth that before I take you there. Now, if a dude really, really, really likes you and really, really, really wants to trick, he might just do that if he has the resources to do so. Shit, even if they don't, they'll find a way. They'll find a way. I'll say if they really like you like that. But the problem is when that date leads to nothing afterwards. That's where the issue really lies. I'm saying the ice cream date is basically playing it safe. A man is not looking at you as less than or less worthy or just, somebody to kill time with. I'm saying he might genuinely want to get to know you on a deeper level. He might actually want to be with you on a deeper level, but you have to prove that you're worth that kind of investment. And that's what a lot of women don't realize because so many of them are so fucking entitled, it's not even funny. Now, I know I'm going to get some flack for this video, and I don't give a shit. I said what I said. But I'm not knocking women that don't want to go on an ice cream date. Because to be fair, I don't want to go on an ice cream date. I want some real fucking food if I'm going out for some food. An ice cream date is perfectly fine with me, though. If I'm in the mood for it, and if she's in the mood for it, that's great. But I don't see it as an issue as far as recommending an ice cream date or a coffee date on the first date. I don't see nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that both men and women need to stop criticizing men that want to take a woman out on an ice cream date and women that are willing to go on an ice cream date. Like I said, ultimately, when it comes down to it, it shouldn't be about the amount of money that a man spends on you. It should be the amount of time that he's willing to spend with you. And the process of getting to know one another. That should be what's most important. See, that's the problem with this generation, is that everybody wants instant reward, instant gratification, hedonistic mindset. Once again, one thing I always bring up, you don't want to work towards something. An ice cream date is working towards something. Okay, we go on an ice cream date as the first date. The next time I'll take you to fucking Outback or Texas Roadhouse or Steak 48. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying, but you have to earn your keep. A man has to earn his keep, right? So why can't women do the same? And you don't even have to spend any fucking money. That's on top of that. I thought that was the main objective, but I was wrong. I thought the main objective is me, I'm saying from a woman's perspective, is me not having to reach in my fucking pocketbook and get my wallet. You know what I mean? Like I said, I thought that was the main objective. It's just for a man to spend the fucking money and you not having to. I was saying, so whether it's an ice cream date or an extravagant dinner date or just going out, hanging out to wherever, whatever, I thought the main goal was just to see if the man was going to spend money. That's what I'm saying. Either way, you ain't paying for shit. Either way. And then some women was like, shit, I'll pay for my own fucking ice cream. If that means I ain't got to deal with no broke ass dude trying to holler at me. Once again, automatically assuming the guy is broke because he doesn't want to buy you a fucking Birkin bag right away. That's when I'm like, this is fucking crazy, man. This is the era we live in. And now you wonder why dudes ain't lined up to date and get married. Because you prove to men, once again, at least Western women, that you're not even worth the effort. And that's why these dudes are jumping ship or jumping plane and going overseas. Because those women are more appreciative. They're more appreciative. And they're worth the investment, apparently. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking crazy. But that's my thoughts on it. Overall, is if a man takes a woman out on an ice cream date as the first date, it's just a way to play it safe to make sure that woman is worth investing some serious money and time into. And I think some women need to realize that. Stop writing it off as a dude is just cheap because I'm entitled to the royal treatment right away. You have to earn that. The same way a man has to earn your affection. But break's about to be over. Southpaw Slick, I'm out.